just drifting out to sea. I wanna smile again before I'm gone. Can we get back to where we
Ladies and gentlemen, live from the Army Building in Euclid, Ohio, it's the Cleveland Sports 360 Show with your host, LG. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, get ready for the man, the myth, and the legend, your boy, LG.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another edition of the Cleveland Sports 360 Show, coming at you live right here from streamingsportstalk.com. Tonight we got a very special show. We have a professional ladies football team joining us all the way from Dallas, Texas. Four-time world champion Dallas Diamonds. But first, let me put out a little punch for my man, Oscar Lopez, for sending me this no-joke football shirt. And it's for women's football, although this is real women's football we're going to see tonight. If you want your own no-joke football shirt, go to Zazzle.com, Zazzle.com, and look for Gridiron Beauties. Again, that's Zazzle.com, Gridiron Beauties. But right now, we're going to talk Super Bowl contenders. There's going to be another Super Bowl coming up in August. This will be the first time a Super Bowl game is ever played where ESPN is covering professional women's football. So we're going to be joined live on the phone by several members of the Dallas Diamonds. Jen Welter, number 47, who's been a linebacker and played women's professional football for 12 years. She's been selected by the United States to represent our country in different games around the world. We're going to let Jen tell you a little bit about that. We'll be joined by the Dallas Diamonds quarterback and also a cornerback from the Dallas Diamonds. Brittany Bushman is the quarterback, and Daniela, I'm going to let her say her last name, is a cornerback. But I think right now, live on the phone, without further ado, welcome to the Cleveland Sports 360 Show, Jen Welter. Jen, you with us? Hello, Jen. Jen? Jen, this is LG.
I'm here.
Hi, Jen. How are you?
How are you doing? I'm great. How are you?
Just fantastic. Welcome to the Cleveland Sports 360 Show. It's such a pleasure to have a winning football team, the Dallas Diamonds, going for your your fifth, one for the thumb, your fifth World Championship Super Bowl this summer. Tell us a little bit about the team, Jen.
The Dallas Diamonds is one of the best teams in women's football, and I can't help but say that we do have 4 world championships under our belt, but this year the team is it's the best I've seen it. So I can't help but say that we're going to take it all this year.
Yeah, you guys were undefeated, 8-0 this season, isn't that correct?
Absolutely.
Now, give us a little bit about your background, Jen. I mean, you've played football for 12 years, and tell us a little bit about your career as a female professional football player.
I have. I actually started playing in Massachusetts. My first team was the Mass Mutiny, which is now the Boston Militia, and I played 2 years for them, then moved to Dallas and played for a team that is no longer around. It's called the Dallas Dragons, or it was called the Dallas Dragons, and very quickly figured out that I wanted to be with the Dallas Diamonds once I was down here. So I went with them in 2004 and have been playing ever since.
Well,
I was also blessed to play on the first ever Women's USA national team in 2010 when we won a gold in Stockholm, Sweden.
Fantastic. Now, are we joined on the phone with Brittany and Daniela yet?
Yes, this is Brittany in Jersey.
How you doing? Hello? Now you're the quarterback for the Dallas Diamonds, correct?
Yes, sir, I am.
And tell us, how many years have you been playing for the Dallas Diamonds, Brittany?
For the Dallas Diamonds, this will be my second season, but I've been playing women's football for 7 years.
Give us a little bit about your background, would you please?
Of course. I actually started playing football at the Pop Warner age around 4th grade, and I played all the way through high school. When I graduated, I thought that was the last opportunity I'd ever have to put the pads on. Until I came to Dallas, where my mom had moved and found out about women's football. And this season was while I was still in college, where I was attending in Boston. So I went and tried out for the Mutiny and played with them for 3 years, and then moved to Texas and joined the Diamonds in '09 for a season.
And this year you've went undefeated, 8-0. Were you the starting quarterback the entire season, Brittany?
Yes, I've been the starting quarterback since January. We have a couple of people that play the backup position, but they're starters in other positions. So we're a little thin, but we've proven to get the job done this season.
Now, Jen, tell us a little bit about the Diamonds. Where are you guys right now? You're actually in the playoffs. Is that correct?
We are. We're about to have our first game in playoffs, which is actually the second round. With our 8-0 record, we earned a first-round bye. And this past Saturday, the Mustangs and Arkansas Wildcats, they played. Mustangs won, so we'll be playing the Mustangs this Saturday at Huntington Field.
And then tell us a little bit about how many games do you have to win before we can see the Dallas Diamonds appear at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania?
We got to win 3 games to get there, 4 to win it all.
4 for another ring. Is that correct?
Yeah, we got to win 4 games to get that ring.
Okay, so there's going to be 3 playoff games. You had a first-round bye. You still have 3 playoff games to go. What do you think your chances of being in Pittsburgh this coming August look like?
I am almost 100% guaranteeing that the Dallas Diamonds will be at Heinz Field on August 4th.
Well, that's fantastic.
We have the athletes, we have the coaches, we have the management to get us there. We've been working hard since January. Actually, even before January, we had 7-on-7 going on every Sunday, and it's something that everybody in the organization, we're all on the same accord. We know what our one goal is, and we're doing everything that we can to get there. We've put people in the right positions. Our coaches have great teams. Our management is behind us, and we're just ready to go out on Saturday to get this over with. We know that we're going to get there. We have the talent to do it, and I know that we're all ready to get it done.
Well, you don't come out of 4 world championships and not be a talented organization. Is Daniela on the phone yet? Daniela, you with us? Who do we have?
I'm here.
Tell us a little bit about your background with women's professional football, and you're the cornerback for the Dallas Diamonds, correct?
I am a corner. I'm the corner and the kicker.
Oh, you're the kicker too, huh? You get to put points up on the board.
Oh, it's kind of exciting. Well, this is my 4th year playing women's football. I saw my first football team at a practice at an indoor soccer arena where that's my first sport in soccer. Saw them practicing, got interested, and started playing and fell in love with the sport. So about 3 years down the road with the Diamonds, on our way to get a ring.
Well, Brittany, how about you? What do you think of the organization of the Dallas Diamonds, and how close-knit of a family, you being the quarterback? I mean, you're the proven leader that needs to pull these people together in a huddle. Tell us, how close of a family do you find yourself surrounded by with these ladies?
I mean, we spend 3 to 4 days out of the week together. With a bunch of women, you have to learn everybody's personality, but we spend so much time together, we become really close. When people are going through hardships, we're there in support of each other. In good times, we go and celebrate together. We spend the majority of our time with the members of our football team. And, you know, if anything's going negative or positive, it's a family. We're there for each other in times of good or bad.
Now, how important do you think that family unit is? I mean, there's a lot of teams that just haven't really developed a family unit, unity. I mean, I've seen it with the Cleveland Browns here for the last several years. We've had so many guys come and go. How important do you think developing that team unity really is in the success of winning?
Well, it's definitely like #1 priority. If we have people that aren't on the same page, if they don't know what our objectives as a team are, and I mean that can create so much discord on a lot of levels, from learning plays to having chemistry, things like that. But it's definitely a #1 priority. And if there's any discord on any level, you know, we handle it right then and there. We don't want things to be carried out for long periods of time. We like to handle it right then and there and get it over with and get back on the same page and keep things moving.
Now I'm going to direct this next question back to Jen, because Jen, 12, what is it, 12 or 8 years you've been with the Diamonds?
Well, I've been with the Diamonds for the last 9 years.
9 years. So yeah, you probably have more time there than both Brittany and Daniela. So how many veteran players have that kind of time in with these Dallas Diamonds? Like 9 years is an exceptional career.
With the Diamonds, we have several vets who have been there as long as I have. Kate Bowman, Alberta Pritchard Bryson. You know, we're really blessed to have such talented people that stay with the organization for a long time. You know, it really does become such a featured part of your life, and that's one of the things we can credit our success as a team with, is that, you know, you do have those players that just, you know, as we say, bleed purple, you know. Ann Richardson's another one who's been there for a long time. Like, they're just, you know, when you find that team that really just has all of the key elements, the management, the coaching, the winning philosophy, and the records, you really want to stay with it.
Yeah, that's a great point, and that's why I'm bringing this up, because, like I said, we had some Cleveland Browns teams where you couldn't even get the same players back, or, you know, we went through 17 quarterbacks in 13 years here in Cleveland, and it's just a turmoil. I've told some people that I think the Dallas Diamonds could have came to Cleveland last year and possibly beat the Cleveland Browns, that you ladies are that good of a football team. You know, Kenyon's over here shaking his head because he has no frickin' idea what kind of football players you ladies are. I think he should go and look at some of the players on this team. And, I mean, you know, this is a tough team.
Definitely.
Yeah, Kenyon has no clue.
I'm so impressed with our offense this year. You know, even people who have seen the Dallas Diamonds in the past, they'll be surprised to see really what our offense has in store. And you know, that's been something. We had a good core players. You know, we had Alberta Pritchard Bryson, and we had Emeka Webb, and you know, a few others. But I'm telling you what, with the addition of Brittany Bushman and Brittany Satterwhite on the offensive side of the ball, I mean, I would ask you to chime in on this, Brittany, but because offense is your thing. But man, I'm telling you what, I think they're pretty much unstoppable.
What's your thoughts, Brittany?
You know, Satterwhite and myself, I think we definitely have added a lot to the offense. But when it really comes down to it, Coach Vadnais has instilled a scheme that I think is pretty untouchable by a lot of defenses. There haven't been many defenses for this season that have been able to stop us. And I'm not saying this in a cocky manner, but, I mean, we work hard. And we know our team very well, and Coach Vadnais has done a great job on constructing our offense from day one. And he's put people in certain places where he thinks they're going to add, you know, to our offense, and we've just been executing as players. And that's all we try to come out and do on the offense, is just execute the plays that he's calling. He has a great scheme, and he's really kind of the key to our offense this season.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're on the phone joining us live from Dallas, Texas right now. 3 ladies from the Dallas Diamonds, the undefeated female professional football team, getting ready to march into the playoffs and try to get another chance at their 5th Super Bowl ring. We're going to take a quick break here on the Cleveland Sports 360 show, and we'll be right back with the ladies of the Dallas Diamonds in about 1 minute and 30 seconds right here on the Cleveland Sports 360 show. Hey, welcome back to the Cleveland Sports 360 show, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight is our special edition of women's professional football, live from the Dallas, Texas area. We're joined by the women's professional football team, the Dallas Diamonds. We have Jen Welter, number 47 linebacker, who's been playing professional football for 12 years, and we have Brittany Bushman, the quarterback, who's been with the Diamonds for a couple of years now and went undefeated this season, leading that high-powered offense. And then we have Daniela. Hey, Daniela, the kicker and the corner. Could you please pronounce your last name for our radio listeners, please?
My full name is Daniela Ottaianod. Everyone calls me Jersey, so Jersey usually easier.
Jersey, that fits right into my vocabulary perfectly, Jersey. So tell me, how excited are you to get ready to go in and get it ready to do these playoffs and try to get back into the Super Bowl?
I'm really excited. 2 years ago, my former team, we went all the way, and I just remember what a great journey it was with my girls. I mean, not even winning the Super Bowl wasn't the best part. It was every day, having a family, working hard for a common goal. That's really the best part about it. And this year, it's just something special with these girls. And I can't wait to go to Pittsburgh and win another Super Bowl.
Well, I'll tell you, I hope we get an invitation. The StreamingSportsTalk.com would love to come to Heinz Field and be the only online internet sports radio station that could cover the Dallas Diamonds. So I'm hoping Jen gives us a call and says, guess what, boys, we're in there. So that's my wish, because I think this is groundbreaking, I mean, how many times, Jen, has ESPN covered a women's professional football game? I believe this would be number 1, right?
Yeah, Pittsburgh has actually had some of their games delay broadcast up in their local station, but this will be the first time it's really getting full-blown coverage. And
in the Pittsburgh area, I believe Franco Harris is pretty active with the ladies' football team. Is he actually an owner?
Yes, he's one of the owners of the Pittsburgh team, and he's just been a huge supporter of the sport in general, and having guys of his caliber, involved with the sport speaks volumes to where it's going and the caliber of people that we're going to have involved as it keeps to grow.
Now tell us a little bit about the Dallas Diamond ownership, Jen, if you would, please. Give us a little background. Who owns the Diamonds?
The Dallas Diamonds are owned by Dawn Burnt. She actually started the Diamonds herself in 2002. She's a phenomenal lady. She just has a real passion for the game of football, and she heard what was going on, and she called and found out all the information to do it. And I mean, she has really been the champion of women's football in the Dallas area. She's been very active in the management structures of different leagues. The Diamonds originally were a part of the WPFL, which was the Women's Professional Football League. And Dawn was the commissioner of that league for quite some time. So she is quite a force to be reckoned with in women's football.
Now, that's a good question, because during the break, Kenyon was asking me, and we have the Cleveland Fusion here, which is a women's football. Now, you guys never played a game against the Cleveland Fusion or anything. You guys are in a different league, right?
No, we haven't played against the Cleveland Fusion.
Yeah, I don't believe they're in the same league that you ladies are in. So tell us a little bit, like when you guys start to go on these trips, and obviously you have to, let's say you go to another Super Bowl, you're going to travel to Pittsburgh. How do you guys raise funds and things like that to get the team on the road?
Well, we try and do, we have some great local sponsors, smaller sponsors. A lot of it's ticket sales and individual donations. So we are always looking for people who have a passion for the sport of football and want to get involved and help us out.
And then when it comes time to talk ticket sales, just give us a ballpark. How many people attend these professional women football games?
It really varies. It varies based on the caliber of competition. It varies based on the time of year. The maximum that the Diamonds have ever had at a game, I believe, was about 7,000. So it really just runs the gamut.
Well, 7,000 certainly isn't a number to sneeze at. That's well respected for women's. And this is 100% NFL rules, full tackle football, too. I mean, it's not some cheap imitation knockoff football league. We want to reassure the people that this is 100% NFL rules. Right, ladies?
Yeah, there's a few rules which are a little bit hybridized for college, like from college rules. But for the most part, when you step on the field, you will see a game that looks just like an NFL game or a college game.
Now, one thing I noticed with some of the players, and I have to admit, I know Kip Watson. She's kind of a friend of mine. I've done several shows with Kip, and she's a former Dallas Diamond player. But one thing I noticed with some of the women that played on the Dallas Diamonds, it seems to me you all have some sort of a life in sports. Football just isn't your only doing of sports. You're mainly, like Kip's, involved 24/7 in sports. She makes her whole living. So let's start with you, Jen. Give us a little bit. I mean, you also are involved with sports outside of the football arena too, isn't that correct?
Yes, I am. I actually have a master's degree in sports psychology. Finishing up my doctorate now. I've also been in fitness since I was in high school, so I've had quite a bit of experience running boot camps, training, and all that good stuff.
And how about you, Brittany? Are you involved with the sports arena other than the Dallas Diamonds?
Yes, I am. About a year ago, I finished my master's degree in coaching and athletic administration, and I am a teacher and coach by day, football coach by night.
And what about Daniela? What do you do, Daniela?
Well,
Hello? I think we're having problems with Daniela over there. Anyways.
I don't have no. Huh?
Can we, Jersey, can you hear us?
I can hear you. That's it. Just scream Jersey and I'll hear you.
There. That was easier. How about you? What do you do for, are you involved in sports outside, away from the Dallas Diamonds yourself?
I am. I am a soccer coach and a teacher at a middle school, and I also teach night classes at a two-year university.
That's what a lot of people don't understand, that the dedication of a team like the Dallas Diamonds. You know, unfortunately, there's a league making a bad taste in people's mouths, and something Jen probably is familiar with, the Lingerie Football League, and some of those ladies think they're actual football players in that league. And a team like the Dallas Diamonds is capable of taking a lingerie football team and really, literally running them right over. Is that about right, Jen?
Absolutely. They're welcome to come and play against us, though. We would, you know, we would open up as long as they decided to wear full gear. We would, you know, we would be happy to educate them.
Because you have
in what it means to play football.
Because you actually had a chance, I don't know if you want to call it a chance, but you actually had some exposure to the Lingerie Football League, and you kind of felt bad about going out there and maybe trying to hit somebody. But you actually tried to teach some of those ladies in the Dallas area how to become a football player once or twice, right? Yes,
I did. But, you know, I mean, I have to clarify, like, when I say, you know, teach them how to play football, that's not in a conceited way. We've had teams that literally this season who are full contact NFL rules teams who came to play against the Dallas Diamonds, and we sent them home, like, with scores of 109-0, 90-0, things like that. So, I mean, to really be able to say that you're a championship football team or you're one of the best in the nation, you have to be able to play the game. And there are, you know, Brittany is within the top 3 quarterbacks in the country that I can think of, and I guarantee that none of them play in their underwear.
Yeah, and there's a play in there. That's too funny. But no, I mean, there's a website too for people can go and check out some highlights and things of that nature, and that's the DallasDiamonds.com, correct?
DallasDiamondsFootball.com.
Right, and you can actually go there and see some highlights from the games and see Brittany in action. Is that Brittany? What do you think when you get talked about in the realm of being a female football player? How are you thought of by the masses?
Can you say that again?
When people talk about female football players, and you're around, how are you thought of in the masses? I mean, do people think this is real, serious football? I mean, they don't compare you in the kind of football you play to like this lingerie football garbage, do they?
Well, you know, people who aren't well informed in the world of women's football, they first think that I'm talking about lingerie football, and I obviously correct them right away. And I let them know that it is real football. It's full contact. We go just as hard as the guys. We might not be running as fast, and we might not be able to bench press as much as they are, but it's still football. A lot of people, when they finally do come out to a game, they most likely compare it probably about like a 3A varsity football game here in Texas, probably like a 5A junior varsity level. So it's real football. It's competitive. You know, we're running different defensive schemes, different offensive schemes. We're throwing the ball. You know, we're having big hits on defense, and they're completely entertained. But it's something that people got to come out and experience and see for themselves to really believe.
And you're playing on a regulation-sized outdoor football field. You're not no arena football team either. Let's make that perfectly clear, people. I mean, to our listening audience out there, this is full contact, 60 by 100 yard long fields too. It's not arena football, so we want to make sure that the audience knows that. I'll tell you what, ladies, if you're kind enough to hold on about another minute and 30 seconds, we got to take one more break. We got to keep the bills paid here at StreamingSportsTalk.com, and we'll be right back with the ladies of the Dallas Diamonds. Professional female football going for number 5, one for the thumb, in their 5th Super Bowl quest. We'll be right back with more of the Cleveland Sports 360 show right here on StreamingSportsTalk.com.
Spiraling down, the skies were clear, but now they're falling. Coming unwound, clouds are slowly melting. Sight and sound. The speed of light is what we're traveling. Above the clouds, the sky is blue. The sun is shining down on you.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Cleveland Sports 360 show with more of the Dallas Diamonds women's professional full tackle football. The Dallas Diamonds are a professional football team looking for number 5, their 5th Super Bowl appearance. All they have to do is get through the playoffs this coming up July. And in August, they will be performing in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania in their 5th Super Bowl, trying to get number 5 for their thumb. We'll start back with Brittany. Brittany, the quarterback for the Dallas Diamonds, who had an undefeated 2012 regular season. Brittany, when you were growing up, what professional quarterbacks kind of gave you inspiration and you thought to yourself, geez, I'd like to play like this guy, or give us a little bit of who gave you a good influence?
Well, growing up, I mean, it's got to be Troy Aikman. Had his jersey, watched him, Dion, Irvin, Emmett, through all, their glory days, and just the amount of leadership that he exuded on the field, leading his team to several championships. Of course, any little kid would want to emulate that. But, I never really saw myself as a professional women's football player growing up. I never even knew it existed. Didn't know that the potential for that to happen would have even come around. And once that did, I mean, I've always been a huge NFL fan, and I think that I could compare my game similar to Michael Vick, and I love to lower my shoulder to try to run people over like Tim Tebow. So I think a combination of both of those guys, I try to include in my game every week.
And how about Jersey? You start with us, Jersey? Jersey.
I'm here. I'm still here.
Give us a little bit. Who was one of your influences as a cornerback in the NFL that probably maybe somebody you'd like to be like? Anybody stick out?
Well, to be honest, my first 3 seasons, I've been a safety, and I've always loved Roy Williams. He knocks people's heads off when he hits, and I absolutely love it. Did he come and play with the Browns for you guys last year, or did he go to the Bengals? I'm not sure.
Yeah, he went to the Bengals.
Yeah, he went down to Cincinnati.
He went to the Bengals.
The other end of the state.
Yeah.
But
I'm better at open field tackles than him.
You had some more tackles than he did?
Yeah, well, I'm better at open field tackling than he is. He's not so good in the open field, but when he does get close to him, he just knocks the crud out of them, and I love it. I love hitting people.
See, that's what these people don't understand, that the caliber of football players that the Dallas Diamonds are. I mean, I saw the highlights. I've never been to a Dallas Diamonds game, but I can assure you, folks, these are the real deals. And I would really like to see what would happen in a game. Let's not go to full tackle or anything, but I bet you could give the Browns a run for their money last season. I'm not talking this season. Hopefully we got some better people coming in, and we're going to have a more quality football team. How about you, Jen? Give us a little bit about your background growing up. Who, as a linebacker in the NFL, I mean, there was several great big-time hitters that possibly could have influenced you. Who were some of your favorite NFL players?
Well, I'd have to say, when I really fell in love with football was, I never watched NFL football a whole lot when I was younger, except for the Cowboys, 49ers, Knicks. But, my dad was a race car driver, and, so we were just into some alternative sports. But the first NFL game I ever got to go to was actually with the New England Patriots. And, I played linebacker and safety, and I'd have to say that my favorites were, all there together. I'd hopefully be a combination of Rodney Harrison, Mike Vrabel, and Teddy Bruschi.
Oh, Brewski, you picked a good one there. I mean, those are some big
Well,
hitters.
you know, he's undersized like me. I'm little.
This is Kenyon. I got to ask you ladies a question. We dealt a lot with the LFL. A lot of ladies coming on here and talking about how they were abused by the ownership there. Two questions, actually. How is the ownership of the entire league? And secondly, are you guys covered under insurance?
Well, most of us carry our own insurance. That first of all, clarify that. And I mean, the ownership, it's just a completely different mentality. You're talking about Mitch Mortazo, who came from Hollywood and wanted a Hollywoodized version of girls playing in their underwear. I mean, no offense to them. I mean, as I said before, I actually coached for the Dallas Desire when they first started. And, you know, I've seen my share of, you know, inappropriate behavior, but when I was coaching for them, I knew better to bring guys around who were going to have that type of a conflict. You know, it's just not set up in the same manner. I mean, we're football first. Okay, they're image first. There's a big difference, and that doesn't take anything away from the ladies who played, because I'm telling you what, I had some girls who were just absolutely fierce and dedicated when I coached them in football. Linda Brenner was our quarterback, and she was just about as hard a worker as you could ever ask for. You know, and it's just set up differently. You know what I mean? The perception isn't there that, you know, that we're there to do anything other than play football. I mean, we're football first.
Yeah,
we want to be taken seriously as football players.
You know, that's the difference between the LFL. They're definitely image first, and I mean, there's been situations where definitely he goes for the looks first and then football second. Not to take anything away from the way you ladies look, because you all look pretty damn nice to me, but I'm just saying, in the LFL, they don't really care about the skill level of the player compared to the looks is more important than the skill level. Would that be a fair assessment, Jen?
Well, I mean, I can tell you as the coach, I had no say over which girls were invited, which girls were kept. It wasn't up to me on which ones were the athletes, which ones were this, that, and the other. Mitch selected, you had to just deal with what he picked. So is that saying that there aren't great athletes and that athleticism doesn't come into play? No. But it's also saying that if you don't have the looks, you're not even going to get in the door. Absolutely.
Let's get back to that's a good thing when you talked about how do you get the players and you weren't allowed to pick them even though you were the head coach of the Dallas team that is no longer in function anyways. But how does the professional women's football team, like the Dallas Diamonds, how do you guys recruit players? Where do you get them from? And what's going on around the country that is a good place to go and look for recruits? Jen?
Brittany, you want to field this one?
Well,
Bushman?
I'm Jersey. I would say a lot of the places where we go to recruit, we have a lot of flag football leagues around the Dallas-Fort Worth area. We go out there, we talk to girls that are athletes that love the idea of football. We talk to them about the idea of how about you try adding the element of tackling in. Some of them are apprehensive, some of them are nervous, some of them are all about it. And we try and assure them, like, it's okay if you do not know exactly the proper way to tackle. It's okay if you've never been in pads. You know, all of us have had that first day in pads. We didn't grow up playing football all of our lives. You know, we had our other sports, and then we started playing football as grown women. So we go out there, recruit at fundraisers, different events. To be honest with you, I always keep a business card in my pocketbook. And if I see a girl that looks like an athlete at Walmart, at the grocery store, I just will go and approach her and just talk up the Diamonds and let her know that we would love to have her come out. So it's a big mix of everything. We're always recruiting.
So when the Dallas Diamonds get done with the season, let's say you win a Super Bowl again this year, which is my hope for you ladies. You get done in August, you got your 5th Super Bowl. How much of an off season do you guys take? Or you ladies, I should say.
Usually we'll start doing like skill positions. We'll start meeting up around October, November, and then full team practices begin the 1st of January.
And when is the official start of the football season for the professional women's football?
April.
Okay. So basically, you guys are running this pretty close to the bone of an NFL team. Isn't that sound about right? I mean, you get about a month and a half off. You're coming back in October and starting some workouts, and then by January, you got the whole team back together again. That's pretty close to like men's professional football as well?
Absolutely. You know, we have our tryouts, we have mini camps, we have different clinics that we put on. We have players-only classes. So I would say it really mirrors NFL.
So what do you think about one day will we see women's football on the college level by any chance?
I think it'll happen eventually, but you know, it's got a little bit of a ways to go.
Absolutely.
I think before you see it at a college level, you'll see more organized play for youth girls. It's expanding rapidly in flag. USA Football has been a big supporter of women's football. They were actually the sponsor for the first ever USA team, and I know it's a big initiative of them to get more of a presence of women in football. So when you start getting girls at younger and younger ages playing flag and playing youth football, then that's going to drive, you know, from the younger ages up, because where they play from there.
Now, Jen, you were one of the fortunate people in the country that were able to represent your country and go someplace and play and win a gold medal for the team and yourself as well. But tell us, what does that mean to an athlete to go represent the United States of America and come back with the gold medal?
You know what? There's absolutely nothing like it. I can tell you from the minute we hit training camp to the time when you know, we were playing with people that we just played with against, you know, the week before, and going through, we had training camp in Austin, Texas, and it was right around this time of year, so the weather was 100 plus whatever degrees, and, you know, then we flew over to Stockholm all together, and, you know, it was an amazing thing to see. When you first got there, you know, each of the individual athletes was wearing quite a lot of their individual team gear. You know, you'd see Diamond's gear and this gear, and then one of the smartest things I think our coaches did was they said, we don't want to see any of the individual stuff. It's all USA gear from here on out. And once they did that, it became less about what you've done on your individual team to what you were going to do going for the gold. And, you know, landing in a foreign country and being able to say that and hear that, it's breathtaking. I mean, it's something I'll take with me the rest of my life. And every time I hear the national anthem, it's quite a different experience, because, you know, at our games, it's one thing because we all hear it. At those games, you are hearing it to represent yourself while another anthem was playing for the other team. And, you know, I've talked to some of my other Team USA teammates, like Alberta pitcher Bryson, who still plays with the Diamonds and played with me in Stockholm as well. Like, we both are just like, man, it still gives me chills every time I hear it, and it takes you back. And that song means so much more. So I can just say there's no feeling like it in the world, but that's a past thing, you know. And this team here is what the focus is right now. And this team is special. This Diamonds team is just, I've been saying it all year, like, there's just something about this team. It's magical to me. And I am so blessed to live in the moment with this team, you know.
Absolutely. I mean, obviously you've had a blessed career, and the Lord has been good to you when it comes to your football playing. So, I mean, you know, not many people get to share the moments that you just talked about. And with the Olympics coming back up, that had to be a special moment in time to win the gold medal for your country. Even though it wasn't the Olympics, it was still a gold medal. And yes, we do have a special team of ladies. We have the Dallas Diamonds joining us live from Texas tonight, all the way from getting ready to go to their number 5. Count them, folks. Number 5. They're in the quest to get their 5th Super Bowl ring. And if they get through the playoffs, winning 3 more games, they're going to be on their way to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And I believe the date for that is August 4th, if I'm not wrong. Brittany, what would it mean to you to quarterback your team, the Dallas Diamonds, and get ready to play in the Super Bowl?
Well, it's a huge honor. I was voted a team captain at the beginning of the season, and I'm going to take that with great pride. It's a lot of responsibility, and I enjoy it. I know that I have athletic skills, and this year it was a real challenge for me to step into the leadership role, try to be positive 100% of the time, encourage the rest of my teammates, lead by example, and that's what I'm just going to continue to do throughout playoffs. We have a great game plan, and as long as we stick to that and we're on the same accord, we have our one goal, we're going to accomplish the things that we set forth at the beginning of the season. We're going to accomplish those goals.
Now, Jersey, are you with us still?
I am.
What does it mean to you to get ready? I know you got 3 games and you have to focus on each game individually, but I believe you ladies can do this, and I believe you can return to the Super Bowl. What would it mean to you, Jersey, to go and play in the Super Bowl with the Dallas Diamonds?
Well, obviously, I think it would mean a whole lot. A lot of people all season around the country have kind of discounted what we're doing down here in Texas. They minimize our successes, they minimize our skills, and I feel like there's a lot of people that are kind of out to get us or want us to lose. And being a competitor and being an athlete, the best thing I can do to, I guess, quiet their mouths is go out there and take it. And there will be no question that we are the best women's professional football league in the country.
Well, I think it's going to happen. Now, Jersey, is there any way that people can get a hold of you, or you have your own website? You want to give a shout out? Right now is the time to do it.
Well, I would first of all encourage anybody, if you have a Facebook account, to go check out Dallas Diamonds Football and become our friends on Facebook. You can get live updates of scores for any of our playoff games from there. And I think the best way is to support me is to support the Diamonds.
Absolutely.
Like I said, Dallas Diamonds Football on Facebook. We have a YouTube channel. It's under Sportly44. You can check out all of our highlight reels on that YouTube channel. And just to see everything you're hearing about us, you can check out highlights and know that we are the real deal.
How about you, Brittany? Any way that you have anything you'd like to give a shout out to? Anything people can follow you on, or is it mainly just on the Facebook?
No, not mainly just on the Facebook and what Jersey had said. Check us out on Facebook. We do have our website, DallasDiamondsFootball.com. We are working on some construction issues right now. We're going to rectify those in a few days. So you can get all the updated information on games, fundraisers, etc. I believe we are on Twitter, but Facebook and our website and Sportly44 on YouTube, you can check out all of our highlights.
Well, that's great. How about you, Jen? I know you have something you could shout out, right?
Yes, I actually have a website, which is jenwelter.com. But definitely the YouTube channel and the Facebook are great. I also am on Twitter, jwelter47.
Now let's slow down a minute, people. You got to spell that out for these listeners, please.
Sorry, I have a class getting ready to start here. I'm a little bit late for it. J Welter, WELTER 47 on Twitter, and Jen Welter, JenWelter.com. But other than that, I mean, the most up-to-date information you'll find on the games and fundraisers and all of those things are the Facebook and YouTube channel that my teammates really already covered very well.
Okay, ladies, I want to thank you so much for joining us on the Cleveland Sports 360 show. It's been a pleasure having the ladies of the Dallas Diamonds professional women's football team who are getting ready to go back into the playoffs, looking for number 5, one for the thumb in the Super Bowl victory. I wish you all the best of luck. Even though I believe you have this skill, you don't need any luck. And if you're going to end up in Pittsburgh, you're going to call LG and Kenyon to come on down there and cover the game from your sidelines. How's that sound?
Absolutely. You guys check us out on Facebook. Help us out with travel funds.
You got it.
Some money.
Well, thank you
And
so
if you're
much.
local in Dallas, you better come see us.
We definitely will, believe me. We definitely will. But thank you so much, ladies. That's going to do it. You can run to your class now, Jen. Ladies and gentlemen, that was 3 ladies from the Dallas Diamonds women professional football team all the way from Dallas, Texas. They're getting ready to get their 5th Super Bowl victory this year. It'll be covered on ESPN2. Look for it around August 4th. Kenyon Johnson, LG will be there representing StreamingSportsTalk.com if the Dallas Diamonds do win 3 more games. They're 8-0. My money's on them, Kenyon. Where are you putting your bucks, buddy?
I'm going to go with Dallas.
There's the smart man who's heading out tomorrow to see the big lights of Vegas. Don't forget, coming up next, the show you've been waiting for all day long, Unsportsmanlike Conduct. Kenyon Johnson, Kenya Huff, and Christian Patterson. At 7:30 tonight, folks, we have a brand new premiere, Drag Racing, the ultimate sport. Don't turn that dial. Make sure you catch this 30-minute premiere of Drag Racing, the ultimate sport, right here, StreamingSportsTalk.com. We'll see you next Monday night. God bless you. And remember, do something nice for somebody.